Dr. Wood, author of the book Miracles in Minutes. And so I'm a father of 3 daughters, and today's conversation is, I guess, a little bit about being a father in the world today with 3, I consider, very beautiful girls. And I've heard all kinds of different things, and, oh, you know, I would carry guns and all this other stuff. So I have always, like I said, they're very beautiful. I think so. But I didn't want them to focus on their exterior beauty because I wanted them to feel safe, secure, confident, not arrogant, or prideful, or fearful. So if you don't build the inner person, a person typically relates to the world as either being afraid or puffing themselves up and being prideful. So you're not building their inner being, their inner person. So as a father, you know, they look at me, Daddy, and they'll blink their eyes. They'll try use their femininity. They'll use their looks. They'll use their affections. They'll use their sweet words to try to use that to get their needs met in this world. And I shut it down. And sure, it's frustrating because everyone else's father's allowing them to do that. But the reason why I shut it down is so that way they don't focus on their looks to get their needs met. I don't want them to use their sexuality and their femininity to be an object in this world, because we're all going to get older. And I like Audrey Hepburn's quote is elegant, be elegant, which is an inner beauty that can only grow over time. I want them to develop their ability to communicate. I want the ability to make a request. I want to develop their ability to be in conversation and hold their ground, Not let me back you down. Sometimes I'll go after them on purpose to sort of scare them a little bit, but to show them you need to step forward versus step away from this, to engage and use your diplomacy skills, your conversation skills, your inner essence to be a cause in the matter, to deal with problems, to deal with difficulties in life, to deal with the hardships of life. There are hardships and problems in life, and if all they have is their exterior beauty, then that's all they focus on, and it starts to drive a state of neurosis, because, what happens when you're 70 or whatever, or, you're get to a certain age, or after you have kids, I'm not pretty enough anymore. But if you're pretty inside with an exterior beauty, now you have both. Now that is elegant and sophisticated and beautiful and a rarity. And they have a value brought to the world that they can choose any man they want. Especially if they have that inner beauty, they can be in conversation, they can contribute in the relationship, versus all they have is their looks and their femininity. So to me, it's a disservice as their father to not keep their eye focused on building their character. Let's have an open and honest conversation here. Let's talk openly. Let's engage in dialogue. Please express yourself. Please share with me what it is that you want to say. What are your needs? Please make your needs known. Please be in conversation. Speak. You have a mouth. Talk to me. Share with me about your feelings. You can even tell me, Dad, you're being an ass. I'm fine with that. I have no problem with that. I can take constructive criticism, and I'll consider it. I teach them how to be considerate. Consider. Think upon. Not act out of your feelings and emotions like a trip hammer. That's like an animal. You're not developing a sense of maturity. Consideration is to think about, to think deeply upon what was said or expressed by another. This is a skill that's not taught today. This reactionary, stimulus response, action reaction. This is not a mature adult conversation. It's very hard to be in a great relationship if you can't provide the space that something is expressed, and contemplation, think upon, consider not just your perspective, but the other person's perspective. So that's a relationship. If it's just action reaction, then they're not considering their spouse, their mate, their friends perspective, and it's selfishness. So again, it's always point to the inner beauty. I want you to develop these skills. I want you to develop, who are you? Who is this person? What do you want to express into the world? No, you can't get your needs met from just using your, batting your eyes and daddy and all that stuff. I'm going to cut off that. I'm not going to let you use your exterior femininity and their looks to get their needs met and the things they want. You're not going to use your sexuality. I'm not going to let the world teach you to become a sexual object to get needs met, because you'll get used by the world that way, and you'll get used and abused and beat up. No, you're going to develop how to speak. You're going to learn how to be in conversation. You're going to learn how to express yourself. You're going to learn how to be considerate. You're going to learn how to be compassionate. You're going to learn how to take care of your own needs and get them met. And as your father, my job is to keep pointing to your inner beauty, what's wonderful about you, how great you are on the inside. Let's discover who you are together. Let me help bring that out of you. Let me help develop that person on the inside so you just don't have to rely on the outside. That's Dr. Wood, and that's my opinion of how I'm raising my daughters in this tough environment to have them prepared for the world to be victorious and not become a victim.